Hey everyone, Michael here. So, I received a reply on one of my videos that was kind of heartbreaking to me. It happens to be another viewer who told me that they are afraid of putting up their own video pages or even really doing a blog because they're afraid that people are going to just really troll them and make them feel even worse than what they are. And even though they have a need to get that off their chest and want to share their experiences with people, that they're afraid to because of cyberbullying. I think that that's absolute crap. I understand the reason that they don't do it, but for me, I've received so much hate mail and stuff, people telling me to kill myself, that I'm a worthless lump, that I am just a waste of space, and all this other stuff. You know what? I don't care what people think about me. Yeah, I read each and every single comment that comes across my YouTube channel. Yes, I read every email that comes through and all that other stuff, but you know what? I like me, and I'm proud of me, and I love just being me. And it really upsets me to hear that here's this other person who's kind of going through the same things that I'm going through and has some of the same disabilities and problems that I have as well, but is just afraid to really say anything about it because of people who are trolling or just being bullying or whatever else. You know, I read people's comments on other people's pages and stuff like that, and really, who the hell are you to make those assumptions and to say those things that you say to people who do have a disability, who do have problems? Maybe you don't understand it. Okay, that's great. You don't understand it. Awesome. You want to understand it fully or better? Talk to somebody. Don't harass them. Don't bully them. Don't post a bunch of crap on their page. Because really and honestly, we don't need it. We don't care that you are upset that we are receiving benefits or that we're doing this, that, or the other thing. You don't like it? Sorry. That's what makes us all different, is the fact that we have the ability to live separate lives. If you want something that's very similar and you want everyone to live the way you do, go start up a Stepford colony. Simple as that. Just because you don't understand bipolar, depression, suicidal thoughts, tendencies, whatever it may be, that does not give you the right to go onto my page or anyone else's and try to belittle us. What sick satisfaction do you get from doing so? This video today is meant to be the voice for the voiceless, for the people who are so browbeaten and pushed into a corner and submitted that they can't speak for themselves. You know what? Yeah, I'm fat. Yeah, I'm effeminate. Yeah, I don't have a job. Yeah, I receive Social Security and food stamps. So what? Does that make me any less of a person? No, it makes me a person that has problems that weren't able to get help with for a long time, that's turned into a psychological and physical problems now. Bipolar is nothing to be like scoffed at. Depression is nothing to be scoffed at. We are people. We are people who live lives, sometimes full, sometimes reclused, but still, we live our lives. You don't understand us. You think that we're just making it up, that we're just kicking back, living on the sofa, watching TV, and collecting a check. Well, you know what? That's not who we are. That's not what we do. Depression, bipolar, whatever, are sometimes very invisible diseases and aren't ever really seen except for by those people who are suffering from it, their close friends and family, and sometimes their doctors. Before my disability took me away from being able to work, I worked 6 days a week, non-stop, for 2 years. From 7 o'clock in the morning to 9:30 at night. That's a long time to work. And I was not allowed to take a lunch break. I had to sign a contract form that said that I would not take a lunch break if I did not have adequate coverage in my store at that time. And 9 times out of 10, I was the only one working, because the rest of the stores had higher volumes than what my store did, so they always took the high school or the extra employees. I can count on one hand the number of times in those 2 years that I actually had other people working with me. So, you don't know my whole backstory. I tell you an awful lot here on the YouTube channel and on the blog, but you don't know everything. Just like you don't know everything about that person that you may have just posted a horrible comment to, saying that they're a waste of space, or that they should kill themselves, or that this should happen, or that should happen to them. How dare you? Who the hell are you to make those type of assumptions? To make those type of accusations? You are the one that has the problem. You are the one that needs to seek help. Because any person, doesn't matter the age, religion, creed, gender, whatever, any person who has a good heart or is just a good person in general would never, ever post something like that. Now, if you read some of my other stuff and you hear me talk about how I kill this person or that person, you know what? I don't actually mean it. It's a figure of speech. It's using modern day vernacular. It's just a way that I felt at that moment. God, I could really kill so-and-so for doing that. We all say it. We don't mean it. Hell, if we meant half of what we say in just blanketed statements and actually followed through with it, we would have a serious population control issue, or we would live in some police state or minority report type society. So the next time that you think that it's a good idea to just randomly troll somebody's page, think again. And especially if you claim to be a religious person or God-fearing or Christian or whatever else, think before you type. Is what you're typing going to hurt that person? Is what you're typing going to improve the quality of that YouTube feed, or of that video, or of that blog, or of that Facebook post, or Instagram, or whatever else? Or are you just posting it because you're pissed off that you're not receiving the same type of treatment? And if you are pissed off because you're not receiving the same type of treatment, be thankful you're not receiving the same type of treatment. Because, you know what? Living with the depression, the bipolar, the diabetes, the hypogonadism, all the other crap that I have, the freaking laundry list of stuff that I have, the 14 gallons of blood I have to give a year to make sure that all my levels are stable and that nothing new is coming up. Be thankful you don't have to live in that life. Be thankful that you are able to get up out of bed every day and go out into the world and at least do something semi-productive. Because a lot of times, for many people who suffer with bipolar and depression and anxiety issues and all that other stuff, we can't get out of bed. We physically can't. It hurts us too bad to even begin to think of having to get up, put on a special face for the rest of the populace and society to make us feel, or to make everyone else feel like we need to be respected. Everyone deserves respect. Everyone, from the homeless person to the elderly person who's rotting away in a senior home. We all deserve respect, regardless of our disabilities or anything else. So this video goes out to all of my brothers and sisters and everyone else who feels bullied, taken advantage of, and made fun of, belittled, whatever word, verb, or noun, adjective, whatever you want to use to describe how you're feeling. This goes out to you. Stay strong. You are beautiful, independent people. Do not let your depression or whatever problem you have take from your inner light. Don't let any of these fucktards on YouTube or any of the other social medias take from you. Stand tall, stand proud, and know that you're doing the best that you can with what you have available to you. Be strong. Read these comments that people are going to put up on their page, up on their pages, or on your page, or whatever you post about how pathetic you are, how big of a loser you are, how you should kill yourself, and all this other stuff. You know what? Take that, use it as strength, and push it out of your life. Every time somebody says that you're a failure, you know what? Fuck them. And I'm sorry for using that language, because I try to keep things semi-clean on my videos and on my blogs. But you know what? In this case, fuck them. You don't need to apologize for being who you are. You are exactly who you need to be. If you're a spiritual person or whatever else, you are who your God decided that you needed to be. If you're not spiritual or whatever, okay, fine. You are who you need to be. You have depression, you're bipolar, you're disabled in some way. It doesn't make you any less of a person. It makes you more of a person, because you have to work at living. You don't work for a living, you work at living. That is your gift. That is your strength. That is you doing you. Don't ever take negative criticisms as holy truth. You are better than any negativity that anyone could ever put out towards you. So you're too fat, so you're too skinny. Who cares? If you're happy with you, be you. Do you. If you are anorexic though, or bulimic, or any of that other stuff, understand though, you are hurting yourself. I'm not judging you. I'm not passing judgment on you. But I am saying you are hurting yourself. And you need to really focus on that. It's okay to be overweight. It's okay to not fit into a size 4 dress. It's okay. You're beautiful, you're strong, you're handsome. Whatever it takes, You need to look at yourself every day in the mirror and reaffirm that. If you look in the mirror and you see something ugly, that's just your perception. You're not. You're a beautiful person. Take that. If you're overweight and you're heavy and people constantly make fun of you for being fat, you know what? You're a beautiful person. There's something that's causing you to be overweight. If you're like me and you've exercised and you've dieted and you've tried and you've never seemed to be able to lose more than 10 or 15 pounds, okay, maybe there's a medical condition. It could be your thyroid, it could be a million things. Who knows? But you know what? Don't let anyone make fun of you and make you feel less than you. Why? Because you are a beautiful, strong person. I'm overweight myself. I've tried diets. I've tried exercise. I've tried everything that I could. I've even been on special medications that make me make my body tell me that it's full. I don't produce the hormone that tells me that I'm full, which is what my doctors recently found the reason that I'm overweight. They have even discussed cutting me open and performing lap band surgeries and all that other stuff. I'm scared to death to be cut open and have a surgery done that's irreplaceable, just so that I could fit into society's standards of beautiful and popular and gorgeous. You know what? I think I'm beautiful. I think I'm gorgeous. I don't care what anyone else thinks, because you know what? I do me. I'm happy with me. So you know what? Yeah, I'm fat. Yeah. Who cares? Because for every person out there who says that they hate me or that I'm ugly or whatever, there's at least 2 people who think that I'm beautiful, that I'm fabulous, that I'm sexy, that I'm gorgeous, whatever else. There is a type for everyone in this world. And you know what? So be it. I'm fat. You know what? Being big and beautiful is a full-time job, and I have extra overtime. There we go. So, I'm done yelling, bitching, and ranting and raving about this, but I'm putting this video out there to all my friends, all my viewers, all my subscribers, and everyone who happens to come across this video and is feeling just beaten and depressed by society because they're constantly being put down. This video goes to you. Stand tall, stand proud, and be strong. Don't let any of the trolls take you down. If somebody talks shit about you and says how ugly you are or whatever, you know what? Take that and reflect it back on them. Because 9 times out of 10, when somebody's attacking you, it's because they've been attacked for the very same thing that they've attacked you for. I took a human sexuality class in college, and we covered gays, the homosexual thing, and gay bashings and stuff like that. And it has been proven time and time again that gay bashers who go out and attack homosexual people are latent homosexuals themselves. Same thing goes with bullies. If you're being picked on by somebody, chances are the person who's bullying you or picking on you is being bullied at home or somewhere else in their life. It's a downhill effect. And because we happen to be disabled or are just a little bit different than everyone else, they take that opportunity to try to attack us, thinking that we are weaker people. And many times we can be, just because we haven't learned to speak up for ourselves. Most of my life through school, from kindergarten to the 11th grade, from kindergarten to the 10th grade, was spent being bullied and tortured by people because I wouldn't make eye contact with them. I would not speak out against them. I would not speak up for myself. I would not stick up for myself. I tried wearing popular clothing, even though my family didn't have the money to purchase it. I still went out and spent what little bit of school money that I would get every year to buy brand name clothes so that I could fit in with the popular people, only to have my lockers broken into while I was in gym class and my clothing taken or shredded or thrown in the trash can or any number of different things. It wasn't until I was in the 10th grade and it was in my US history class, and the jock sitting next to me, who happened to be like the quarterback or some bonehead thing on a football team, was just talking shit. And then it dawned on me, and I felt a fire burn inside of me. And it came to the realization, who the fuck are you in my life to make me feel this way? You will not matter to me in a month, or a year, or a decade from now. You're not going to be there with me through my triumphs and my pitfalls. And ever since then, that's when I turned and I started speaking out against people. Right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't have a filter anymore because I spent too many years quiet, in silence, and in misery and agony of having to go to school every single day because I knew I was going to meet up with these assholes who were going to be bullying me or who was going to talk shit about me. So yeah, you know, I've been there. I've walked the walk and now I'm talking the talk. I've even had administration and staff members take pop shots at me when I was in school. Your own freaking teachers. Yeah, that was fun. But then, because of some bullshit law called a tenure law, they didn't get anything more except for a slap on the wrist and, oh, well, don't do that again. And then afterwards, they made my life a living fucking hell in their classrooms because I said something to the principal. So you know what? If you're down and depressed and feeling suicidal, don't kill yourself or hurt yourself because of assholes who are insensitive and judgmental. They are nothing in your life. If it's family members and you happen to be a teenager and haven't gotten out of the house yet, you know what? Stay strong. Take the abuse that they're going to dish out to you. Move out as soon as you can. Go to college. Get a dorm. When you're in college, it's nothing like high school. But you know what? Don't hurt yourself because of someone else. Just because you were born into a family, blood doesn't make you family. Love, respect, and honor makes you family. So if you're being abused at home, just hold on. Take all that anger, all that rage, all that depression, and that hurt, and use that as a fuel for the fire to burn inside you, and push yourself forward, and prove to people that you are not what they say you are. Just know you are doing the best that you can with what you have available to you. Stay strong, stay beautiful. I hope this video helps.